All right, so we just got done watching. What was it? Sailor Moon,
Season 1, episode 18.
Shingo's Devotion,
Yeah.
the French Doll of Grief. Very dramatic title, if you
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
me. In English, this was called Dangerous Dollies.
Mhm.
Not a great title.
Not a great,
I'm
mean,
really these English titles really
the
just
Western
bug me.
the Western titles are pretty like just basic, boring,
Just disgusting,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
just trash. Really,
Yeah,
when it comes down
certainly.
to it. Not doing the show is a good service.
And I have a friend watching the dub version, and apparently it's much. He's been watching the reviews, and it's just
I can't believe you still call this person a friend.
I know it's like I'm trying to tell him to watch the sub. I mean, it's sub over dub all the way forever, but there's just a lot different with the dub there.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of key points.
But anyways, this episode centers around Sailor Moon, Usagi's little brother, Shingo.
We saw him in the last episode, which was the first time we saw him in a long time, and now he basically played the biggest role, essentially, in
Absolutely.
this episode.
And this girl has a huge crush on him, and she's incredibly gifted at, her name's Mika, incredibly gifted at crafting dolls by hand.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about like little plush dolls. We're talking
about the classic China dolls.
The China dolls, the French dolls, as they call them.
French dolls here, yeah.
And she's sort of a legend for it. She wins this contest, and she gives her contest-winning French doll, this doll-making contest. Yeah. Contests are an omnipresent thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Show. I imagine maybe that's a culture divide.
Yeah,
maybe the luck of the draw is a big thing in Japanese culture. Whatever.
Yeah. And then she gives it to Usagi's
little brother,
Shingo. And then like everyone starts making fun of them, like because they're young. They got to be. I don't think they said the age, but they got to be 8.
Well, they're in primary school, right?
They're in primary school.
They're 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, exactly. So
but they seem to have more romantic maturity than Rei and Usagi do.
Sure, I mean to a certain extent until when they like were kind of making the googly hard eyes at each other, and she was giving him the doll, and then a bunch of kids swarmed, were like, "When are you getting married?" and started making fun of them. And then he said, "I don't want it." Pushed the doll out of her hand and broke it.
Yeah, early love, moment. Childhood love and crushes is hard. It's hard stuff.
It's definitely the most sincere. I feel like it's the most the raw.
Yeah, and she starts making a doll when she feels rejected by Shingo that reflects her sadness. She makes this very
like
sad,
artists do. I mean, art and creativity is a huge theme in the show, and like if you're feeling broken and sad, you channel that creativity through art. Well, and her medium is these dolls.
And in parallel, Nefrit, our main villain right now, is not doing this for the Queen Beryl, but he is doing this for himself and for the stars. For his own spiritual satisfaction.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, I find. I found this episode also to be a reflection on how men bottle up their emotions, and that this little boy can't accept that he does have romantic feelings for this girl.
Yeah.
And in which he responds with anger and rage.
Exactly.
And pseudo violence.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean.
So everybody in this episode, including Sailor Moon, is driven by passion.
I mean, and that's like a recurring theme. I mean, like when you're harnessing human energy, it has to be because of something. So sadness, passion, and Nefri uses.
He poses as like a doll collector.
Yeah, as a doll collector, and says he's gonna. He uses Mika's creativity for evil, essentially, because he's gonna harness the energy and the passion that she puts into her work. And but what he always does, what I find really interesting, is that he spins it as if it's positive for the subject.
I think that's very interesting.
And
it is inherently positive, but it takes it to. We discussed this in the last review.
Yeah.
But it takes it to the extreme, which is it's great. It really gives a little bit of depth to Nefrit's ambitions.
Yeah.
Like he's negotiating with these people essentially by giving them everything. It's the monkey's paw.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with monkey's paw.
Sure. I'm not.
But look it up. Among other things, Luna's always right. It's something I noticed, and we found out in this
Luna's
episode.
Always right.
This is not really a plot twist, but maybe a plot hole. We found out that people know who Sailor Moon is.
Yeah,
we knew people knew who Sailor V was, whose origin we are still not aware of.
Yeah, and that's the video game and such.
Yeah.
But apparently people know who Sailor Moon and just the sailors in general are, and that makes sense. It was never
because there's always like these crazy large scale things.
I mean it's kind of like like Superman, but
exactly.
That's,
in this I wrote here that it really like the superheroism is very much prominent. A strong theme of this episode is that She started to be really confident and stuff in this episode.
Yeah, and
but that might have been just because she was protecting her brother.
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah, certainly. And Luna tells Sailor Moon like, "You're what was it? You're very sharp today."
Mhm.
Like, and this has been happening in the last few episodes where Usagi Sailor Moon seems to be getting a little more mature and just as smarter with
yeah, I will say
she's doing.
the dolls in this episode are incredibly creepy, and
Very
the villain
creepy.
turns out to be a doll, quite similar to the the doll from the circus episode. I think it was episode 10,
Yeah.
one of the early Sailor Mars episodes.
And then at the end of the episode here, there's a doll made of Sailor Moon, and
I think
Mika
made it. Initially, Shingo's brother, or Sailor Moon's brother,
yeah,
made this.
Oh.
And
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, and then but Yumino, or not? Sorry, not Yumino. I'm all distracted.
Yeah,
Confused
Usagi.
now. Well, no, not Usagi's brother.
Shingo.
Has no. He has the doll and can't even tell that it's his sister, Sailor Moon, which I find kind of odd. He can't even tell.
It is. It's cartoons. Though,
it's
right?
cartoons. Sure.
Or anime.
Anime. Yeah, sure. I think it's just obvious he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out.
I hope so. I think that'd be an interesting plot.
I could even see him.
A little more variety. Yeah, I'm quite.
Hey man, you want a beer?
I've never drank before, but sure. I'm in.
Anyways,
let's cut it off. Let's.
Oh yeah, and Tuxedo Mask saves the day once again.
Tuxedo Mask saves, and Ray and Tuxedo Mask are still seeing each other.
Which was
which was we.
Well,
didn't know.
Mutoki, we don't know if it's.
Yeah, right. We don't know if it's Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah. You're gonna.
This episode is sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's gross. That looks gross.
Try it.
Smells bad.
Brewed since
Try it.
1844.
Give it a shot. What's that there?
Oh, it's a Sapporo.
Sapporo, huh? Where is this from?
Japan, actually.
Okay, well.